Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we've been into frickin' Tower of Warwick, although it was not, well, Temple Warwick rather. I did a little bit of going around to my characters, being all like, okay, you wear this, you wear this, you wear this. I was quickly thinking of something for the Tidefall because we do not have the secondary damage. I was originally going to do burning, but I think theming wise it'd be better for either shocking or freezing. I don't have a turquoise. I'll worry about that later. Not that I think that there's much to worry about at the moment anyways. So I did quickly double check with Aldnua. Don't have to worry about that. Alright, dude with a self-imposed imprisonment. I want to say that that one, the first, find the place of misery and madness. By choice, need to find this neighborhood. As the guards will know. Where are the Mad Kept in Defiance Bay? Only place around here that takes them is Brackenbury Sanitarium. Or they can treat your soul there, take the madness away, but there's just as many stories coming out of that place that chills your blood. There's a man, if you want to call him that, Ethel Moore there. He's head warden. If you're visiting or checking yourself in, he's the one to talk to. Neighborhood with tower near a cemetery? Best you stop looking, then the place you want is Heritage Hill. You can see the tower over the it's just walls over there. Thought so. But something happened there. They don't let people in anymore, and none of the knights want to be posted anywhere near it. Steer clear if you know what's good for you. Well, that answers that question several times. Let's go to Heritage Hill first. See if we can't resolve and finish up what's going on here. Enter the tower near Heritage Hill. Yep. Tower. Heritage Hill. Yum. Massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the leaden key acolytes. Hear rumbles and clangs from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. The tower. Oh, spotted. Ghoul. Right off the bat. Another ghoul. Right off the bat. I'm starting to second guess my not setting up Tidefall with some fire. That was barely a chore. Humbled page of Aldham's Journal. Day 7, a weekest study, and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Dearest mother and father, you'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. Oh, excuse me. Gotta do a nasal thing. I think I'm good. You'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much about already since coming to the city. There are incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I am writing to you from inside an ancient Ingwithan tower. There's an entire district built around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They let us set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times. Master Greg has been a constant support or comfort, and he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day lead to help a cure for Waidwin's legacy. I better get some rest now. Master Greg likes to get an early start. Essence shimmers and pulsates within the strange device. Whoever slept here has made it recently. Ah, yep. Yeah, keen problem there is when your number is 6 strong. No one can fit in the goddamn fighting situations. Well,
Sure.
at least I know my party is strong enough. Oh, apparently we're taking damage. Oh, that's Liliana casting the consecrated healing ground thing. Money. Revenants. Get gibbed. Can't lie when I say that I really wish sometimes the Day 2, we've completed our measurements for the machine thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. So they're just chilling out with this device, not knowing what it does, trying to figure out what it does. I hope it's not a situation where they activated it not knowing what it does, and then, like, what was it? Call from Beyond? Was that the movie? Might have been that movie. Point is, terrible things happened. Yeah, sometimes I really wish that the speed of the game didn't slow down whenever the hell I entered a combat. Not like that we didn't pause, but just like the game itself didn't slow. More evidence. And ghouls. Murder him. And that one. And this one. Clearing the room one revenant at a time. Damn, Itamak did some freaking damage there. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Hopefully this is not a situation where he's slowly going mad. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, on our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Well, at least this dude doesn't sound like a complete asshole. At the moment. Protection, restore light healing. You know what? Give those to her.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Other. More money. Pulling pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. Hello. Arcane dampener. Beneficial effects suspended for 15 seconds. Against AoEs. Nice. And +1 intellect. Letter from Ikatha. Aldhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons as well as the two that came before it. I'd been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person, a firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower sweating over the runes I studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash that conversation in person. Yours truly, Ikantha. Fightful. Anything else in here I've missed? Doesn't seem like it. What terrors lie beyond in the third floor? Or at the top. Aldhelm. Gonna take the long way for no particular reason. Yeah, he looks well. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He barely is clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his barred teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Who and what are you?
15 years at Brackenbury. 7 tours to the ruins beyond Solace Vale. I'm an animancer. Still an animancer.
What happened here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Keep talking.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine. It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
Oh. You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
To think, my clan has a tendency to accuse me of being a soul-rending beast, but an actual such monster walks the face of the Wertha.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Heritage Shrew squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
She wasn't here the night of the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere else. Somewhere near. Too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
We cannot do this, Watcher. This beast is beyond our aid. Do not make yourself like him. I mean, a goal? No, I don't plan to make myself undead anytime soon. That said, Kantha was the other intelligent undead in here, wasn't she? In the district. Balls. See, I knew that they made her immortal for a reason. There was Voltus, Acantha's house. Well, this should be, oh, that's camping supplies. This should be interesting. I already let loose her food supply. For one. And now I gotta come over here and be all like, hey, trying to save the world.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I saw you in a vision. There's something I need you to do for me.
Believe me, I've heard that line before.
Probably not in your current state, but I digress.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
I need the words that operate the Gwithin machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is. He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
The problem in Heritage Hill are bigger than their rivalry. What do I care? I humble myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assume those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Fine, tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Gwithins have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithins as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
Seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
I love how she states that after having also pointed out that no one knows the real reason why they even built these towers, but I digress. How do you operate the machine?
Back to these Tinker's concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release them. Like a person that actually cares about other people.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
What could possibly be more meaningless in existence than in their current predicament? Maybe not even Whale knows what could become of them, but it'd be wrong not to give the souls a chance to leave their prison. See? Heravius gets it. I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. Yeah, I'm gonna smack that down by extinguishing her pride. The fanfare doesn't seem to notice as you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back crying in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. Hoarding the knowledge is pointless. Nothing is more important. We gather and we study, and through its transcend the thousand insectoid lives that brought us here. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flame around it debates. All I've learned, years of studying the Inquisition language. No one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Ah! Yeah, she's dead, so this will probably be all like, oh, but I am dead. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Will that really be enough for you? Dying cinder clings to life. It will. It must be. Now dice. 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 Alright. The way I've been doing this is I roll 2 dice. White one is for the good result, the black one is for what I perceive as a bad result here. In this case, the evil result would be the extinguishing her pride. In the other case, teach me what you know, make sure it grows and your legacy lives on. And pretty much whichever one's the highest one is the one that gets the result. White out of 16, black out of 10. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure it grows and your legacy lives on. The words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened, diamond-hard rock. Cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Encantha has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Inkwith, once more at your command. Oh! Wait, is this how I get it? Okay.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nunith. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Okay. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
I know, destroying it seems like it might do this place some good. Don't disagree with that. You said the other towers around the Direwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Equithans have wanted to do that? Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is what... Yeah, okay. How do you know so much about the tower? I read the runes like a journal. Okay. I still don't understand why the Equithans would want to build a machine that tethers souls. Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this. Okay. Harnessing the powers of Tir Noaneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them and the tower shall obey. That's all. Thanks. I could have squashed her like a bug. Could have. I'm wondering now, though, whether or not I can go to Odnuna now? Odnua. And see about doing that. You know? The door. Because there's runes and what, I don't know. I keep on wanting to go back and finish up that area simply because A, I feel like I'm close to the end, and B, it bothers me. It bothers me that I feel like I'm so close to the end of it. Adam looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely. Sores have eaten away patches of skin.
Shh.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing too well. A jagged Adra spire pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and hold. Dial is currently fixed on hold. You can recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. If I overload it, I could destroy it and kill the souls within. We don't want that. End. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Adra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. Glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
I mean, I was expecting a little bit more fanfare from that, but you know what?
Still and silent. It's finally over.
Go down a level? Do I just leave and do I just leave the dude as he is?
Still and silent.
Alright.
It's finally over.
I guess we just leave him as is. I guess, yeah, okay. Alright, I still have to go back to Kainua anyways. Have to send. How that I can understand. Can return. Add helmet is degenerated significantly. Oh, if I want his help, I need to send a victim to him. Yeah, no. Paladin Key was interested in this tower for a reason. Need to understand what it does if I'm to figure out the plans. I have dealt with it. I'd love to destroy it. I'm too curious. I'm way too curious.
Sure.
And Max. Uttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axes. The light filling the machine quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. When you look back, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
Sacrifice the trapped souls of Heritage Hill to destroy the machine. Nah, that doesn't sit right in Talos's gut. Like killing a person, that is one thing, that is a evil. But to destroy an entire soul, let's put it this way. This is not even really spoilers for Baldur's Gate 3, but it is spoilers for Baldur's Gate 3. Destruction of the soul is like a hell of a terrible evil. That's why mind flayers are among the most evil creations. Because to become a mind flayer, your soul is destroyed. Mind flayers don't have no souls. And this is why some fandoms just irk me in terrible, terrible ways. Ugh. I could go on about that. Oh, hello. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadrith House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Not much you can do in these parts without Lady Webb knowing about it. At least that's what I've been heard. Guess it's true. How did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's, well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunrid Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away in just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it said, has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country before you go asking the gods for forgiveness. Best you ask Lady Webb first. What's Dunrid Row? Whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrid House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. Where can I find Hadrid House? In Brackenbury, my lord. Southwest corner. You'll find the lady upstairs. Alright. Methinks she's going to have to wait, because I'm going to go ahead and save and call an episode here. When we return, are we going right to the house, or are we going to go do other quests? Decisions. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying playing it, and as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.